Hi. Have you ever wondered about how good you really are about building good relationships, not just with friends and so forth, but with your business clients and with your business colleagues in your office or in your company? Well, it's something I'm just going to have a quick talk about today. I'm David Seymour. This is the nitty gritty of selling. So building relationships is really important. We do it quite well with our friends in our circle of friends, people that we click with, people that we have similar interests and likes to and that sort of thing. But I tell you what, you need to extend this out through to your business community as well. Firstly, you need to look at building relationships with people that you want to do business with in the future. And that's when you're prospecting, sometimes you can't expect that instant gratification, buy now or list now, let's do the deal now. Some of these relationships need to be built and nurtured and creating trust and so forth. Then you've also got your clients that you're working with currently. You need to maintain that relationship. You can't just expect, because they've signed the dotted line, that it's all good and you can ignore them from now on. You've got to maintain and even build a stronger relationship as your business progresses, or the task at hand. It doesn't matter whether you're selling their house or you're doing a project of some kind with these people, but you need to keep building that relationship. And then those people become future clients again, and you need to use that. That's your database that you need to keep working with and maintaining that relationship. Building the trust. That's what a relationship is all about. It doesn't matter whether it's with your friends, your family, or your business clients and colleagues. Building trust and respect. That's what you have to do. You have to learn about people. But it's, also I've found that just being tolerant of people and learning to understand what makes them tick is a valuable way of gaining a lot more business. And I can take one particular gentleman. I sold 4 properties for, or 2, and sold some properties for him in due course. The thing being, when I first met him, I thought, man, he's a reasonably biggish guy, because I'm not. So he's a little bit intimidated in that respect. He's quite boisterous out there, quite opinionated. But, he told me his story because I asked questions. He told me his story, what he was going to do over the next 2 or 3 years. And, it was absolutely true. And I ended up, having lunch with this guy a couple of times. And when an opportunity came up, I messaged him, I phoned him, and I'd messaged him the details, or email him the details, those sort of things. And over a period of 3 or 4 years, I ended up selling him 3 properties, but I also ended up selling another one of those properties for him a year or 2 later after he'd renovated it. And now I am sure a lot of people wouldn't have been so patient, but the thing being is, you just can't be too fussy in that respect. You think, oh, I don't like this guy. Look, as long as you can have a conversation with them and learn about them and just maneuver your way through it and manipulate it the way you need to, that gaining their trust is what you need. When you say, hey, I'm going to do this for you, do it. When you say, I'm going to be here on time, be there on time. It's building those strengths that will get you business in due course. And here's an important little thing. Of course, once you've done business with somebody and they like you and they trust you, they were impressed with the way you did it, well, guess what? The referrals will come from that as well. And that referral business is a hell of a lot easier than going out looking for cold new business. So building relationships is also so important. So taking this relationship thing, just another step that a lot of people don't ever think about, is your internal relationships within your business, within your company, organization, whatever, however you want to describe it. And it doesn't matter whether you're the CEO, the senior account managers, a high achiever, or whether you're the person in marketing or whether you're the person on HR. It doesn't matter. As a company, you're moving in a direction, your tasks and everything all combine for one, purpose, and that's to keep the company moving ahead. And so building relationships within your business or in your organization is extremely important. You know, you can't put yourself on a pedestal and go, well, I'm the senior this or I'm blah, 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 and you'll do as I say. You know, that doesn't create any sort of ongoing strength in any relationship. Dictatorship is not a good thing. You know, what you need to be able to do is talk to people and understand their role. Because if you're in a bigger organisation, I'm pretty sure, you know, people have specific tasks and responsibilities. And it's good if you can actually understand why they ask certain tasks of you or expect certain things. Understanding people's roles. Understanding the time frames that they have to work to as well. Or the time restraints that other people in your organisation have and workloads that other people have. And by building a strong team, and this is where the word team really comes into its own, having that team relationship where you can all respect and understand each other's roles. You know, like rolling up to someone else's desk and going, hey, I need this in half an hour. Yep, you might need it in half an hour, but the problem being is that person you're asking that task of might not be able to achieve that because they've already got other commitments that are actually ahead of yours or maybe even more important than yours. So you need to have that relationship when something genuinely urgent comes up. You can roll up to the desk and go, hey, look, I've got a problem and I don't know whether or not you can help me with it. But I'm wondering if it would be possible to get this sorted in the next half hour or so because I've got a client coming in, rather than demanding things. And so by doing that, we'll give you more respect and probably more cooperation rather than throwing a tantrum because you need it right now. Stop that. Don't have that attitude. You're no better than anybody else in the office. You're a team. Remember that. Hey, you know, so relationship building is good and it's important. Don't think that don't aim for that instant gratification right now necessarily. Aim for the long-term gain. By having that relationship with people, you're going to get that long-term gain. And you know, when people, clients ask of different things of you, you know, you've got to do what you can to make things happen. And sometimes it may be a little bit of an inconvenience for you, but if you make it happen for the other person, they will remember that. And about remembering that means that in due course, they're going to know that you're the person that they can rely on. And when you're the person that they can rely on, again, it's not rocket science, more business will be forthcoming. Don't be awkward about it. Don't think about the instant gratification right now, or don't think about what's in it for me all the time. Look at what's in it for me in the long term, not right now. So, you know, sometimes, as I say, you need to get off the pedestal a little bit and be the person who builds strong, ongoing relationships, not short-term, sort of acquaintances, if you know what I mean, in that respect. Look, I'm happy to discuss it further. I'm sure if you've got any comments, I'd love to hear them below on the video. I'm David Seymour. That is the nitty-gritty of selling today.